Morning. It's a morning to you. It's hopefully not too windy. It feels windy and hopefully you can hear me. I've got my mic on. Testing mic 1, 2. Little lunchtime ride. I've got my Avata drone as well. Ooh. And I'm going to cross the greenway, see if it's not too windy, to go and use the drone. And probably a little review of my Sherman S, now that I've done about 550 odd miles. So it feels like a good time to do a review. I don't think I've even done initial impressions of it, but up on some of these hills it's very windy. Woo. So, and with a selfie stick that doesn't help when people open their doors just like randomly. But yeah, so we're going to do that. Hopefully it's not too windy to get the drone up, we'll see. I've only got one battery at the moment for the Avata, so it does limit the time down to about 15-20 minutes you get out of the Avata. But it's a good fun time, so I'm going to do that. I'm not sure, maybe we'll go the other way today actually. Let's go the other way. I think the other way is going to be a bit muddy at the moment. I went to the other day, so we'll go up the opposite way and we'll see what that's like. It's usually a little bit drier. So yeah, so unicycling Avata today, and we'll see what we can get up to. But it's probably the first dry day for a while. It's been raining, it's been foggy, you name it. Just gonna pop past you, mate. Cheers, buddy. Thank you. Always be polite to dog walkers. Joggers not so much. But yeah, so we're just, I need to get out. I haven't been out for probably about a week. So it's nice to clear the air, clear your head a bit. And I thought I'd take you along. Let's see if we can get the drone up. There's a couple of good fields near where I live off of the trail. I don't think I'm going to be able to get all the way around the trail. I'm hoping to get round to the pump track that's around there. I'll say pump track, it's like a little mini skate park thing with a ramp and stuff, which I wanted to try. But we'll see if we can get round there, because like I said, it has been raining a lot, so some of it might be muddy. We'll see how we get on. Still a bit, some of the bits like the other day was a bit slimy, so whilst it's not muddy in some parts, although some parts will be, it's usually a good indication like that of slimy mud that you can come a cropper at. So I generally go out on the first bit and then go, right, okay, you know, if that one's slimy like this, still slimy, actually this is more slimy than what it normally is, then because a lot of this has the daytime to sort of dry up, or the, you know, it's exposed, so it does dry a bit quicker. But we had a bit of rain yesterday as well. But then the other bits of the trail, so this trail's like 14 miles, and unfortunately Unfortunately, some of the bits are secluded and covered, which means they don't get the sunlight as much, which means like they don't dry out as quickly. So you kind of have to be careful, and generally, like, you know, until it has a good couple of weeks of drying. Yeah, like this is horrible. Then you don't get the full, you know, the full trail back again. I mean, you can do it, but it's slippery, as you know, it's very slippery. There's a bit just out through there, I don't know if you can see, but through there, it's like a really good sort of technical tree route that we cut through. But again, that would be too muddy to do at the moment. So it's just a shame that the weather's been so rubbish in the UK since like the beginning of the year. It's just done nothing but rain, or be freezing cold, or both. So you kind of have to take the quick wins when you can, you know, when you get some of the small breaks in the weather and get out, even if it's for half an hour, then, you know, it's worth doing. So let's talk about the Sherman S. So the Sherman S I bought, I want to say August time 2023, September time 2023, back end of 2023, and in all honesty, it's been fantastic. Zero problems, touch wood. And you know, I've not had some of the early issues that maybe some of the early versions had. I got mine from AliExpress, so you know, I did get it cheaper. Obviously, you know, so I wouldn't say there's risk with AliExpress, but like, you know, you're in the hands of the Chinese, God forbid. But it's been good so far. And actually, I'm going to try this. Let's try turning it on the side like that guy said. But yeah, it's been brilliant. The suspension is spot on. I haven't actually changed anything on the suspension. I haven't adjusted it yet since I've had it, and to be honest, it's been fine. I mean, I want to say around 12 stone, maybe more now. And the suspension has been absolutely fine for my weight, and honestly, it's been absolutely perfect. Thank you. These are the houses they're looking to tear down. So all these ones were built in the 1950s, and they were all metal from old World War planes, which is why they've got like a corrugated steel look. And they're going to tear it down and apparently make affordable housing, which interprets to me is that they're going to rip it all down, put all the poor people in another poor area, and then make this for people that can't afford to live in their own town. Maybe that's just me being cynical. But anyway, Sherman S. Suspension on this, perfection. Lee Kim have just done what a lot of the manufacturers should do, which is work with people that already know how to do this sort of stuff. Now, these are the suspensions that are in Sauron bikes. So they've been out a while. They, you know, the guys that make Sauron know what they're doing. They're putting the parts like this in. So let's put this behind me. And the suspension is absolutely top notch. It's so cushy. Honestly, you go up curbs, you barely notice it. You go over like sort of some jumps and things like that, and you just don't know that you're going over bumps. It's honestly, of all the suspension wheels that I've tried, and I've tried a few now, even like the V14, V14 recently. It's personally, I think it's the best out there, and weight-wise, the whole wheel, to be honest, is really good. I have to get on the road because there's some old people on the path and I don't want to scare them. But to be honest, you know what they've done with this wheel is incredible. And then obviously they've enhanced it by, you know, bringing the links out. Obviously not as, you know, the same amount of range. I mean, I'm pretty much guaranteed I can get 100 miles out of this wheel, no problem at all. And this is why this is my everyday, you know, all-round wheel. This is a wheel that I go everywhere on, and this is something that, you know, I can go to the skate park. I can you know, do my little trips. Although, to be honest, I would say I probably still want a very small wheel, even like you know, a little M10-4 again or something like that, just because the only thing I will say is it's still a big and heavy wheel. So, you know, you can take it into shops. You know, it's got a decent trolley handle, but it's still a weighty thing to, you know, to work your way round. But you can do it. I mean, I want to say 38 kilos or something like that. So, you know, it's a heavy enough wheel to, you know, to carry around and stuff. But, you know, with that you get the battery, you get the range, you get the speed. I mean, the top speed of this is ridiculous. It's over 50. I've done, and it's very windy today, I've done 37 on this, 38, 37, between 37 and 38 I think it is, and that's more than enough for me. You know, I know a lot of people out there want to do a lot quicker than that, and that's fine, you can. But the good thing is like, if you're doing that speed and it can do 50, you've got headroom, right? You've got headroom for cutouts and all the other horrible stuff that sometimes goes along with these things. So, by, you know, the reason why I went with a, this is sloppy again, so this will be interesting. Oh, damn, that is really bad. Whew. It's horrible mud along here, so I have to be careful. But the reason why I went with a Sherman S, so those that have been watching the channel before, and it is still sloppy, is I had a Sherman Max, and I had an A2. So the A2 went to Izzy. I wasn't using it at the time, but now actually I kind of miss it. So it may be that it's an A2, or like I said, an M10-4. This is not usually muddy at all along here, so it definitely has caught a lot of the rain. But this is my go-to wheel. Everything I do, like you know, whether it's a short ride, long ride, you know, obviously it's my only wheel, but this does everything I need. Is more importantly, it's a solid wheel. Honestly, like it's made to last. It's not got like the ball bars of the Sherman Max, but the materials and everything they've used is solid. Like I said, never had any problems. I haven't changed up to the E-Rides pedals yet. I do intend to do that. Shout out to Afiz at E-Rides. Hook me up, mate. Doing a lot of advertising for you. Come on, send the love back. It's a solid wheel. This wheel so far has not had a misstep once. Not even a slight bit. The only thing I will say is that, like, it's taken me personally a little while to get the right seat. I didn't like the one that comes with it. The stock ones is a bit rubbish. They're very flimsy and all the rest of it. I've got a Grizzler one now, and I did try a Surian one that I had on my Sherman Max, and it's fine, but it was too high. Obviously, with this wheel and the suspension being there, it does raise, you know, the suspension. Sorry, it does raise the you know, the height of the wheel. So then you add like the Surian on top, Surian seat on top, and it, you know, just makes it that much bigger. Oh, sheep! Look, we're down near Standalone Farm with the lovely sheep and this is muddy as well. So again, have to be a bit mindful of this. But like I said, suspension, build quality, range, speed, you've got everything. Now, yes, you've got the Links that's out now by Liebherr, and fair play, they've released an absolute, from all accounts, an absolute beast of a wheel. But you know, if you've got this, for instance, I mean, I would say depends on what you want, right? For me, the Links is a race wheel. That's at its heart, it's a race wheel, and there's no point me getting a Links as well as this, just because this does everything that does. Okay, it's got the Links. Oh Jesus Christ! The Links has you know, more voltage and, you know, assume more acceleration and torque. Oh crap! This ain't great. Not very good at all. Ooh, slidey. That's going to be fun on the way back. But for me, it doesn't offer enough or anything more for me personally to change this to, say, Links. And actually I'll be losing range, which, you know, for me, range is everything. You know, knowing that I can ride for a couple of days, 2-3 days, and not have to charge, or go out for the entire day and not even have to worry about charging. It's as simple as that. It takes any of that away from what I like about these freedom to get out and explore. The acceleration on this is fine, to be honest. I've personally sort of, you know, I've been tweaking and changing and adjusting things. So, like, you know, pads, for instance, I've made adjustments to, and oh crap, it's all really horrible at the moment. Shit. Oh, that's not great. Do I walk it? I think I'm going to walk this bit. It's just too muddy. And there's the trolley handle. Which way is the easiest? Oh, I'm going to say across this way. Usually I'll go through puddles and things like that, but it's so much like the whole of the path is. Get the drain up, but we're going to have a look at the top, see if it's not too windy. But yeah, conclusions, honestly, if you're on the fence about a Sherman S, buy it. You know, it's brilliant. I have got a discount code at eRides, gives you some money off, gives me a little kickback. Feel free to use that, that's in the description. There's loads of other codes and stuff that you can use in there as well if you want to sort of, you know, discounts on stuff and things like that. So feel free to, you know, use that as well. But yeah, honestly, the wheel is fantastic. So I'll go slow by your dog. I don't want to scare your dog. He's not bothered. Yeah, I don't give a shit, mate. Yeah, but this wheel I absolutely love. I can't see me getting rid of this wheel anytime soon. Now, I did say that with the Sherman Max, but with suspension, it takes everything I liked or loved about the Sherman Max. Let's see if I can get through this without hurting myself. Hello. And just ups the game, you know, like the power, the suspension, the range, everything. You know, I can't say good enough things. Now, to be honest, Liebherr for me are leaps abound everyone else in terms of build, in terms of quality, you know, and everything else. Yes, like there's the ET Max out and stuff like that, but like the Links, personally, I think it's a race wheel. It's made for the track. And if you like doing that sort of stuff, then, you know, more power to you. I love watching it. It's just not for me. It's rutty and slimy. Never good. we might have to go halfway back, I think, because that way is way too muddy. But where was I? Oh, this will be all right for the drone as well, actually. It's a bit secluded, so we might not get as much wind. But yeah, if you want a wheel, you honestly can't. In my opinion, I think the Sherman S is the best wheel out there. May not be the fastest now and things like that, but I think personally it's one of the best out there. So, you know, like I said, if you want a wheel, then, you know, oh, that's quite blowy though. Then, you know, by all means use my code, because honestly, this wheel is phenomenal. I don't know, I'm going to get it is way too windy, I think. Let's check the wind speed, I think. Now, if it was drier, I'd go off that edge. That is, but let's have a look and see what the wind speed is like, because unfortunately I don't think the drone can do more than, say, like 10-15 miles an hour wind, which, you know, you have to be careful. I don't want it blowing off course or anything crazy. So let's have a look. I think it might be a bit too windy. Oh, 14 mile an hour winds and 26 mile an hour gusts. You get gusts though. Trees are moving quite a bit, so it might be too windy. So I might have to leave the drone today, unfortunately. Just to sort of take it out. Just walking around the Sherman S. So I've got connect pads, got the stock pedals, and I've got a Grizzler seat. They're a bit of modifications. And a friend of mine 3D printed a little kind of visor thing for the lights. That stops it like glaring in people's faces and things like that. I think it's starting to rain a little bit, so I think we're going to make our way back and probably through like roads and paths on the way back. But honestly, this, I mean, it gets used, right? It gets used for everything. It gets used for street and off-road and everything else. But I love this wheel. This wheel's an absolute beast. And like I said, I've not changed anything really out of the you know, out of the suspension or anything like that. So I think when I've got more time, I'm going to try that little ramp. Maybe when it's a bit drier as well. I haven't really got the time to do it today. I need to get back past this. I wonder if I can get on the path without it being too muddy. Yeah, it's a shame. It's just the weather is still rubbish, and it's still trying to rain, and it's honestly like it's just crap. If it's not windy, it's raining. If it's not, I'm gonna have to come off. Then it's been cold, so it's just been absolute rubbish to ride. And like I said, you kind of have to pick your days when you can, because you've still got a lot of this slimy crap everywhere. God. I have to go this way. Whoa, muddy, horrible mud. Morning. A big puddle. Yeah. Well, if nothing else, it's going to wash the wheels. Yeah, so it's just a shame it's still too windy for the Avata, which is really annoying. Hey ho, it is what it is. Time to head back. So I'm probably gonna leave it there. And yeah, see you guys on the next one. Take it easy, everyone. Bye bye.